Welcome to Enchanted Magic Car Edition. We are on the way back from Orlando, currently somewhere between Daytona and Jacksonville, and we had nothing better to do, so we're going to record a video.
Hi.
We did some unique things this trip. We stayed off property.
We did.
We drove, which we normally fly. So we're going to talk about all that.
Yes. Oh.
We got a squeaky truck beside us. Hopefully that sounds okay.
I was going to say, hopefully it doesn't sound too bad.
But we drove down. It takes about 8 hours and some change for us. Wasn't as bad as I thought.
I don't like driving a lot, so.
But it worked. And then I was expecting the driving into the park every day to be a pain in the butt, but it was really pretty straightforward.
I was very surprised.
We never had any issues. I mean, we got parked quick. We got out of there in the evenings quick. The only traffic we hit was briefly on whatever 192 before we got to our hotel, and we stayed at the Ramada Wyndham Kissimmee Gateway. And when we first got there, I was like, we didn't messed up. But
I mean,
we were basically just there to sleep, and it was right beside a Walmart, so we walked to the Walmart, and it was roughly about 10 minutes from any of the parks.
Yeah.
And there was plenty of we went to the ramen place, but there's plenty of restaurants and
tons
stores.
of places around it. Yeah.
Yeah. So after the fact, it wasn't that bad. We ended up, how many nights were we there? Thursday, Friday, 4 nights.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a little under $500.
Which is really good.
So it was cheap. The only reason we ended up doing it was cheer competition week or whatever. And I've been trying for over a month to get a hotel room at either like an All-Star or Art of Animation or Pop Century or something like that. And there were none to be had. The cheapest thing I could find was like $750 a night. So
yeah, that's crazy.
I did video a little bit of the room. Maybe I'll make a video about that later, but let me think about this. My complaints would be our air conditioning system.
I don't know what it was.
There was in the bathroom or in the sink area was the vent, and somehow when it would turn on and off, it would suck the
little light thing.
There was fluorescent lights, and the cover would bang up and down like really loud. I actually meant to video it so people wouldn't think it was crazy, but it was like loud.
It was very loud.
So in the middle of the night, you'd think somebody was like slamming the door in the room or something.
Yeah, the water was not hot at all.
Yeah, I did tuck some toilet paper or something on the
He rigged it up where it wasn't as loud.
Yeah, where the light thing wouldn't bang quite as loud, but
it was still loud.
The water was, and I had read the reviews before we got there, and I thought, and most of the time, a lot of the reviews of these hotels are fancy people, you know what I mean? Like, we don't need nothing terribly fancy. But the water, I mean, it wasn't so cold that like you didn't want to get in it, but it was definitely not overly warm or hot.
But it was only for the shower, because when Joanna took a bath or whatever, it was fine. It was just when the shower head part was on, it just didn't want to get hot.
So I don't know. So this is okay. I don't know, and I guess that's just a hotel thing, because a lot of people had left that review on that hotel. But I mean, it felt like a pretty safe area. We were right beside Walmart, right beside several restaurants. I didn't see any sketchy stuff happening. To be honest, I wanted to walk around the whole place and video, and I never did. But I know it had at least one pool. It might have had more.
2.
Okay. It had a little store thing in the lobby.
Yeah. They had this little courtyard-looking thing that had like a life-size chess, chess set, and then they had tables and two pool tables. Like little areas to sit down, and it was all covered. Like there was a part that wasn't covered, but then you go into like the little, I called it the courtyard because it was in between the hotel, and I mean it was covered, but it had like that whole little, and I also noticed it had a huge screen TV. I guess they play movies out there, but they didn't have any going, or didn't have any plan while we were there, because we didn't get back to our hotel till like 11:30 or a little after that, so it was nice.
But overall, it was okay. I mean, the beds were a little harder than you have had at Disney and this, that, and the other, but overall, for the money, I don't think we did bad.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would stay there again if we had to stay off property, but I would also have booked like All-Star Sports if something would have been available, so whatever. But the driving in, let me think, is there any other downfalls? It didn't take long. At night was the most traffic, and there was a little section right before the hotel, probably a mile, where it was, I think a bunch of lanes came into 192, but it still didn't take over about 15, maybe 20, if that, to get back to the hotel from any of the parks.
I mean, I was very surprised at how easy it was for us to get in and out of there and get to the parks. I thought it was going to be like hour or longer to get in there. So, I mean, I thought it was decent.
And I think it was kind of a trade-off because, like you stay at an All-Star, you never know where the bus is. Are you going to walk up and the bus is ready and you're going to go, or are you going to walk up and wait 15 minutes on the bus?
True.
And that kills some time.
Very true.
And none really, like even yesterday at Magic Kingdom, I was expecting it to take a while to get from the parking lot to the Magic Kingdom, but I mean, we parked, we jumped on the tram, they took us to the security, we were on the boat. It was...
Yeah, that was another thing. I thought the trams, we were going to have to stand around and wait, and that it would just be quicker for us to walk. Both times going, there was already a tram waiting, and then coming back, so they had like trams lined up waiting to get people to put on them. So, I mean, I thought it was very easy.
So, I can't think of anything else that I was like iffy about. The good part of staying off property, like I say, was a little cheaper. You didn't have to pile into a bus with 1,000 people trying to get back to the resort.
True.
Which typically is not a huge deal, but we did, I think it was October when we stayed at Art of Animation, we had a couple issues that would, like, I'll take that back.
It was December where we had to...
Where it was cold.
Yeah, when it was cold, when we had to wait for a while.
But anyway, I'm not completely against the buses, but it
Me
does.
either.
We've had a couple times now where it's kind of sketchy. What else? I mean, that's pretty much it about staying off property.
Yeah.
It was... I was wanting to do it anyway just to see what it would be like to drive in and do all that. And I mean, I'm not... If I had to choose, we'd stay at a Disney place and all that, but it didn't completely deter me from...
Right.
If we can't, then...
Because I was going into it expecting to hate it, like not liking it at all. But I mean, it was fine, I think. So.
I mean, you're just a little bit out of the Disney bubble. Not, it's kind of nice to get dropped off or park the car and not have to worry about traveling anywhere.
Yeah.
I guess that was the other thing, was the first day I had forgot Disney. You can't go from Disney Springs to a park, and I think they do that.
Oh yeah.
Mainly they don't want people to just park for free at Disney Springs and get free transportation to the park without paying the parking fee like at a theme park. And also, people like us, they want you to stay on property and to make it a little extra, whatever to. So anyway, we went to Hollywood Studios, parked, got on the Skyliner, rode over to Art of Animation, got on the bus, went to Animal Kingdom. I know that sounds crazy, but my plan was we were only going to be at Animal Kingdom for like 3 hours, then go to Disney Springs and come back to Hollywood Studios. And I was like, well, instead of moving the car, once we went to leave Animal Kingdom, I realized, and we were looking on the board, I was like, you know what?
We can't get to Disney Springs.
Yeah. So we ended up having an Uber. It wasn't no big deal.
It wasn't bad.
But anyway, what just popped up here? I don't even know.
Sorry. But, yeah.
So it wasn't the end of the world. I mean, it's you're not quite as inside the bubble.
The Disney bubble.
But it's, in a way, it's nice to know I can run to the Walmart with ease as well, versus like normally we have to order Walmart, and then if you forget something, it's like, well,
This
you
is
go
true.
if you buy something in the little stores at the resort, you know, it's expensive as far
Yeah.
as like drinks or whatever, and
Yeah.
then. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't awful. I wouldn't want to stay like. We were close. We were like almost, I think, a quarter mile from the All-Star Sports Resort
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever. But I mean, I wouldn't want to stay like in downtown Orlando.
Mm-mm. No.
And our bus also. I mean, our hotel also had a bus thing that would transport you. But it was a pain in the butt. I wouldn't want to try it. You got to scan this thing ahead of time, let them know you're going. They only went to each park once in the morning and once in the evening. So, like, you're going to, if you used it, you'd have to 100% abide by their schedule.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be the end of the world, but I just wouldn't want to.
And plus, we saw the line for one day when people were trying to get on that bus. It was pretty long.
And I mean, I think it cost $4 when we went from Disney Springs to Hollywood Studios for an Uber. You know what I mean? So like, just whatever.
I don't know.
But other than that,
yeah,
it wasn't too bad. This trip, I don't guess anything went crazy. We did Animal Kingdom. I could have definitely stayed at Animal Kingdom a few more hours, but it wasn't the end of the world.
Yeah.
We did the Flight of Passage with a Lightning Lane, and then Dinosaur mainly. I mean, I like Dinosaur, but I had booked it so that we could change our Lightning Lanes to Hollywood Studios later. We didn't get to do Slinky Dog, not the end of the world, but it was, no Lightning Lanes were available all day. And I wouldn't mind spending some more time at Disney Springs, but
I feel like we always push Disney Springs to the back burner a little bit, I guess, because we always put down more time for Disney Springs, but then if something happens, that's where we take off all that time for it.
This time I had put down we were going to be there like 3 hours or something, but our Kilimanjaro Safari Lightning Lane didn't start till 11:05, and by the time, you know, that's a longer little excursion, and it's in the back.
Mm-hmm.
By the time we did that and got out of there, we basically got to the Homecoming restaurant like right at our 12:45 reservation time.
The Homecoming restaurant. That was good.
It was good.
It was a lot of food. I mean, like a lot.
If you get that fried chicken, 2 or 3 people could split it.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you get it, make sure you just share it. Because I think his came with like, he got the fried chicken. It came with like 3. Like, he came with a breast.
2 thighs.
Yeah.
But they debone them. It's more like a fried chicken situation or something. But it was good.
And then I got grilled chicken, and it came with 2 grilled chicken breasts. So it was massive.
But I'm glad. I want to try like all the restaurants at Disney Springs, and I still think Boathouse is my go-to.
Yeah.
But I'd like to try paddlefish. I'd like to try that. What was we going to do last time and it was packed? Chicken guy or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Enzo's Hideaway. All that stuff I want to try. All we've done so far is Boathouse, that Paradiso 37, and it was mainly just because we needed somewhere to go real quick. And then Homecoming, so.
But everywhere that we've eaten at, I mean, I haven't not liked it. So I mean, I think I would definitely go back to any of them again.
Yep.
So.
But yeah, Disney Springs, and then Hollywood Studios is always for me, the most complicated, like Lightning Lane, whatever situation. We basically did everything except that we wanted to do, except Slinky Dog. Because it's just, to me, it's a small park, but with several, like Mickey's Minis, Slinky Dog.
There's lots of things.
Rise, and
the Smugglers.
Well, Smugglers, if you watch it during it'll get down to 15-20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But
I guess like Rise and Slinky Dog and
Rock and Roller Coaster, I was just watching it. It was we didn't ride it, but it was way booked out this time, so it never got low.
And again, honestly, I don't know if I've been to Hollywood Studios when it was as busy as it was. Because, I mean, of course, you know, they had all those cheerleaders there these past few weeks, and there was a lot of people. I was not expecting. I mean, it was like shoulder to shoulder at every park that we went to, pretty much.
Yeah. I'll say it was Christmas last time we were down there, and it was really packed. It was just crazy, and I like the Christmas stuff, but as far as trying to like do a whole lot, I don't know. This time we were our Uber driver said there was like 2,000 cheerleader teams. Yeah, and it was all packed with cheerleaders. We'll be back in a month. Usually March is not too bad, but I know there are some spring break
some spring
stuff
breakers
going on.
I still don't think it would be. I don't think it's going to be as bad as it was.
But I liked yesterday. Wasn't bad. Honestly, we could have probably not bought lightning lanes for Magic Kingdom because we did a little challenge. I got to put that video together.
Oh yeah.
But we went for 2 hours and split up and rode all kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, like, me and Joanna ended up riding Haunted Mansion 3 times yesterday. It went down in the middle of the day, and we just so happened to notice when it opened back up and went and got in line, and it was almost a walk-on. But if you can plan your day right at Magic Kingdom, I mean, you're not going to get on like Tron necessarily very easy, or what else is a big one?
Peter Pan.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Winnie the Pooh. I mean,
Seven Dwarfs.
Okay, I take that back. If you could probably go later in the evening for Winnie the Pooh, you could probably get on Winnie the Pooh. Like the Seven Dwarfs, you might not have a walk on.
Luckily, the Seven Dwarfs individual lightning lane is like one of the cheapest ones. It's like $12 or something. So if you bought that and then rope drop maybe Peter Pan.
True.
But you could really rope drop Peter Pan and then jump over to Winnie the Pooh and then jump over to Haunted Mansion most mornings.
Because I think that's what I did when I went by myself.
And get those out of the way. You could get in the Tron virtual queue, and I'm sure you'd get called. And really everything else, if you wait to the right time, you could, middle of the day, do the easy stuff like teacups except for about a 2-hour period. Yesterday, Little Mermaid was 5 minutes all day. Mm-hmm. It went up to 20 for right in the middle of the day, busiest time, and then went back down. So if you can plan the like the easy stuff then, or Carousel of Progress, People Mover, if you want to go up in the treehouse, that sort of thing.
Never any wait.
Yeah. And then Epcot, we had a laid back day, no lightning lanes. We still rode about everything.
Oh yeah.
And then we went through the countries and did that wonderful walk.
That was fun.
Of colorful cuisine.
We ate a lot.
About the second stop, I was like, I don't know if we're going to be able to eat it. Well, we did eat the kebabs. It wasn't on the new list.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's
You can't go to Epcot and not have the kebabs, though. They are so good.
In Morocco. But anyway, that was a good one. We went to the boardwalk and ate Italian.
Probably one of my favorite places.
And then seen the fireworks. Learned we don't want to stand on the Japan side because it blew firework debris all into everybody's eyes.
Yeah. Don't stand in the Japan area at all.
But it was good. The Skyliner was down when we went to eat. I don't know what that was about, but they had it back going by nighttime. Let's see.
What else?
That was Epcot. We order from this ramen place on 192 a lot of times for DoorDash when we're staying there, but it was like a quarter mile from the hotel.
Yeah.
So we went to it and picked it up this time. It's a pretty neat little place. And then what else did we eat? Oh, we ate at Skipper Canteen.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was new. That was good. I'd go back.
Oh yeah, I'd definitely go back.
else did we do? Different places. We tried
yeah.
the cheeseburger egg or spring rolls. It wasn't like the worst thing I've ever ate, but I don't think it lived up to the hype.
Yeah, I was gonna say it got a lot more hype than I think it deserves. But I mean, it was good. Looked great.
We ate that. We did that whole wonderful walk. Some of that stuff, I mean, I know they just putting out stuff to put out stuff, but some of it's just kind of like, what is this?
Yeah, it was not.
I mean, really, nothing on the new list like blew me away. Those kebabs I like, that bread I like.
And the thing is, those weren't even on They weren't even on the new list. Now, I will have to say, even though it was a little on the spicier side, those empanadas that we got from, oh man, I don't even remember where we got them from. I thought the empanadas were really, really good.
I didn't hate them. We were trying to board a friendship boat in Walt, and I took a bite or two.
It was really spicy.
It was spicy, and I was just kind of over it. But yeah, they wouldn't.
I thought they were good.
I think the sushi donut, if it would have came with and they may have had it. I didn't see it though. If it had
some soy sauce,
a little bitty cup of soy sauce, that would have made me happy.
And then Joanna really liked the what was it? The chocolate rose. The
Enchanted Rose.
Yeah, the Enchanted Rose. Thank you. She really liked that, and it was kind of like a chocolate mousse. That's the word I've been looking for all weekend. It was like a chocolate mousse.
But like the tart thing that was in Morocco, it was really no flavor. Even that rose was kind
of bland.
But like I said, I'm sure they got to figure out how to make a bunch of these things quick. But it was, what'd you say it was, about $100?
It was about $100 after, but that was also including the kebabs that we got on top of it.
Okay.
So between about $60 and $100 to do that whole little arts thing to get our prize.
But it was fun. I like not having to like rush around.
Me too.
To stuff.
Me too.
I don't know. I think the Magic Kingdom plan is like you do rush around for the first 2.5 hours and then chill out, and then in the evening, like last night after fireworks, I mean it was like a mass exit of people.
Yeah.
And I also think that last hour, some of the rides they bump up the wait times so people don't get on them, because we had a Peter Pan lightning lane, but it looked like the regular line was like a 10-minute wait, but I think they had 30 on the...
Yeah, they had 30 on the wait time, but it literally almost looked like a walk-on. And also I heard somebody saying something about another ride being like 35 minutes, and as we walked by I was like, no, that's not 35 minutes. So I think they kind of bumped the times up just to...
Which I don't really blame them.
No, I don't either.
We are approaching, or we're in Jacksonville.
We're in Jacksonville.
But no, it was a good trip.
It was fun.
And we'll be back in a month, and we'll have one extra day, if I remember right. So maybe we can spend more time at Animal Kingdom.
True.
And we might do like a half Magic Kingdom, half Disney Springs or something. I don't know. I really wish Disney Springs would bring that drone show back, because we missed it last year. It was like during the spring and summer.
Oh yeah.
And then like a month before we came in October, they did away with it. I really thought that was a test to move it to a park, but I ain't heard nothing about it. So, but anyway, that was the trip in a nutshell. I did a bunch of videos that I'll put together over the next little while.
Yep.
I became a galactic hero.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yes, ma'am. You got a potty? Okay.
Okay.
We'll end it. We got a Joanna in the back that needs to potty. But we'll see y'all soon, and thanks for watching.
All right. Bye.